You know, guys, last week the Scadmaster went on a bit of a on a little bit of a side quest, you know? We played a couple of different games, we streamed a few different games, made videos on different games, and had a few COD videos that were not typical for my channel. You know, we talked about Mr. Bobby Poff, we smoked him twice, and we had a video on the Three Stooges where we had to expose their nonsense. And before we get back to the main quest and talk about Call of Duty related things and topics, I figured I would give you guys my stats for last week, okay? We had a couple of streams on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which were amazing. We had a video on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. We had two videos on Bobby Puff. And then we had a video where, quite frankly, Jizz Eyes shitted on your pussy, Pro HIV shitted on your pussy, and Jabba the Fat Slob Fuck. You nasty, disgusting, ogre, behemoth, piece of fucking dog shit. You literally look like Lizzo if she were a goddamn man. Just absolutely disgusting, toad-shaped, nasty vermin. Just... oh god. Okay. I have to stop doing that. I literally have to stop doing that. Huh? I'll give you a triple stack patty melt if you unblock me, you fat porky bitch. Anyways, all four of these people got sent out to Epstein Island, so go check out those videos from last week. I'm back on track looking for that rage-baiting content. And thankfully, not even from Call of Duty's own hand, but by the hands of LeBron James, do we have some Call of Duty news. Oh, bro. And I know there's a couple other things that are going on with Black Ops 6. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about that in future videos, but guys, before we get into it, you already know what to do. Thank you guys so much for all the recent support. I know there's a lot of people out there that support the Rick that are now watching my stuff, and that is a great feeling, you know. Over here we try to keep it fun, funny, and entertaining. A lot of editing goes on behind these videos, so if you could please leave a like on today's video and subscribe if you're new, and especially if you want to stamp that ballsack skin all over Activision's forehead, consider supporting the motherfucking Scadmaster, alright?
Bro, what the f is you even talking about, bro?
But anyways, guys, Call of Duty was actually popping on Twitter for a couple of hours at least because of this tweet from LeBron James. The man says, Bronny just said he wants his own skin. At Activision, at Call of Duty, talk to me, with 22 million views. Good God. And for those of you guys who don't follow basketball, I'm assuming you know who LeBron James is, at least you've heard the name, but he has a son who is also in the league, who is also on his own team. His name's Bronny, or Bronny James. You know, the Scadmaster's not too in tune with the NBA, but you guys, I'm sure you have your comments about Bronny James. Go ahead down in the comments, say whatever you gotta say, my guy. Anyways, Call of Duty's official Twitter responds to this and says, we know Bronny is a shooter, let's talk. First father-son duo in NBA history, could be a hashtag Call of Duty first too. And I just think this is hilarious. It took 37 seconds. That's gotta be some type of record. Guys, this is just absolutely fucking pathetic. First of all, let me just make this very, very clear. I don't care if LeBron James ends up in the game, okay, or Bronny James for that matter. We already have Messi. I'm pretty sure we have Neymar too. We have a couple of other athletes in the game. This whole like pop culture thing that Call of Duty has been going for the last couple of years, it's very obvious that they probably would have gone after somebody like LeBron James anyways. So it's not the skin, it's not the collaboration that I'm necessarily against. It's the fact that, and I know some of the gooch lickers out there are gonna think I'm reaching with this, but bear with me, alright? It's the fact that the community very, very, very often asks for the simplest shit ever. And not only does it hardly ever happen, but when it doesn't, most of the time, we aren't even being addressed. Call of Duty is hardly addressing it, Activision's hardly addressing it, and yet when a celebrity wants to be involved in the game, now all of a sudden, Call of Duty and Activision, now they want to be all hands on deck, they want to be super responsive and get something done quick. I can guarantee you there's going to be a LeBron skin in Black Ops 6. If we have a LeBron skin by Season 1 of Black Ops 6, Activision is literally fucking pathetic.
Bullshit always, man.
And guys, some of the things that we've been talking about as a community involve skill-based matchmaking, EOMM. We talk about reverse boosting and people who 2-box and cheat and how anti-cheat barely ever works. And then when people do get exposed for cheating, especially when they're a high-profile player, Activision doesn't even go on record saying exactly what happened. And it causes this mass confusion where all we literally need is for you to address something quickly, simply, and you don't do it. And that goes for a lot of things too. There are server-wide issues, there's packet burst issues, weapon balance issues, map pool variance issues, and hardly any of this stuff ever gets addressed. And again, when there's likely to be a heavy, massive bag involved, especially when it's in collaboration with somebody like LeBron James, who simply tweeted at them, now all of a sudden we want to be responsive and have these very quick tasks to get this done.
You could eat a whole dick, nigga.
Again, it just shows the true colors from Activision, in my opinion. You can disagree, and I'm sure a lot of the gooch lickers out there are heavily gonna disagree on this, talking some stupid shit in the comments about, oh well, all you guys do is complain, all you guys do is hate for views, of course they're not gonna use it. Shut the fuck up, before I send you to Carnage Jabba over here, he's gonna fucking eat you.
That's why I always got the problems I got. Niggas would tell me, Maze, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this nigga?
This whole topic on complaining for views and no actual change occurring in Call of Duty when we have something critical to say, it has been debunked millions and millions and millions of times. I will have a video on that too, because something very recently just happened with zombies that involves that very topic. So for all intents and purposes,
Shut up, bitch!
and guys, it didn't take very long for all these news sources to pick up on this and just start running with it. Pretty sure Charlie Gooch Licking Intel had a tweet on it, Ghost of Hope did, and most notably, Doug Dimmadome Warzone had a tweet about this.
Fuck you, Doug!
He tweets out saying, LeBron James and his son Bronny could be getting their own skins in Call of Duty and Warzone, with the emoji of him being shocked. Fucking nerd. And there's even more criticism towards Activision for this decision and this interaction, because some people are saying nobody wants this. And then of course, Doug Dimmadome Warzone, just being Doug, he says, yeah, but people probably do want a LeBron James skin, so it probably justifies giving Bronny a skin to Activision if they can get LeBron involved too. I'm pretty sure bro missed the point, but this guy says, nah lil bro, nobody asked for this. And Doug Dimmadome Warzone comes back with one of the most idiotic, gooch-licking, moronic, short bus riding responses that you could possibly come up with. Very typical as well. He says, except for LeBron and Bronny, which is why it might be happening. And I actually didn't see this, but the guy at the bottom says, ego is why this is happening, Dougie. Ego and money, which is exactly the goddamn truth. Doug Dimmadome Warzone saying this is happening because LeBron and Bronny asked for it is exactly the point that we are trying to make. Because when your own community that actually does play your game, and I can almost guarantee you guys, LeBron James is not playing COD. The fact that there are hundreds of thousands, potentially even millions of people who have critical complaints, who have feedback that needs to be addressed towards Activision and Call of Duty, who never get heard, who never get responses, who never have their concerns addressed. This is exactly the problem that so many people have, is that when LeBron and Bronny fucking James come out here talking about, please give me a skin, Activision is quick to act. But where is this energy when we need shit done in the game? And we've seen this on multiple different occasions where something like the shop breaks down. And you guys remember this happening earlier in the year, but it took them, what, like 2.5, 3 minutes to get that back up and running? They fixed it in less than like 2.5 minutes or some crazy shit like that. When there's other bugs in the game that will persist for hours, to days, to weeks, to fucking months. And on top of that, there's other things in the game that simply do not get addressed.
I'm not doing this.
So to all the fanboys out there, to everybody that defends Call of Duty and has Activision's gooch down their goddamn throats,
shut the fuck up, bitch.
What is the justification here? And furthermore, guys, some more criticism on the topic of Activision ignoring their community and just chasing after the pop culture bag. This is a point that was actually brought up by Doug Dimmadome Warzone. Of course, we've been talking about this guy all goddamn day, but this tweet might actually have some validity to it. He says, if Bronny James gets a skin in Call of Duty before Scump, the comp community might go ballistic. And I need you guys to really actually think about this one, okay? Because back in the day, there were certain people who really pushed COD to the point where it actually gained traction and momentum in ways that it probably wouldn't have if it weren't for some of these people. And we're talking about crazy large content creators and even pro players. People like Scump, people like Nadeshot, some of the people in OG FaZe even. A lot of these people were massive pillars in the community for Call of Duty and pushed it to an area where they could actually excel and move with all of the momentum that they've been gaining from some of these people. And I'm not saying Call of Duty has to thank and honor Scump or anybody like that. I'm not necessarily saying that, but I do find it crazy that Scump is literally like the most well-known competitive Call of Duty player of all goddamn time, and we still haven't gotten a skin for this guy. At least something in some sort of appreciation for him. And yet we got people like Nick Merckx first. We almost had Swag, which is, in my opinion, fucking ridiculous. And now we're getting people who don't even have anything to do with Call of Duty. And we've been seeing that for the last few years, but to have somebody barely pop into the NBA scene and just really be known in pop culture, somebody like LeBron James, the son, and have him enter the scene before Scump. Yes, there is a problem there. And I would say Scump actually does define a lot of the community. He does stand up for a lot of the community, and he is a role model to a lot of the people in the community. And so how somebody like Scump doesn't have a skin in the game is beyond me. I have no idea why that is the case, and I understand the whole thing with Nick Merckx. That probably fucking ruined a lot of shit. But please, guys, Bronny James over Scump in COD? Are you fucking dog shitting me? It's to the point where if people like LeBron James truly have this sort of pull to make people like Activision and Call of Duty just do whatever the fuck they want, we might as well start taking our concerns to LeBron fucking James. Scabmaster says, yo, at King James, ask these bozos to reduce SBMM while you're at it. They'll suck you at this point. And guys, I don't think that's very far from the truth. I truly, God honestly believe that if Joe Seacott were in front of LeBron James, I think he would give him the Tiana Trump special. That's just my opinion. Look guys, I don't know how many pop culture collaborations we're about to get in this upcoming COD, but just judging off of what's been going on the last few years, I would imagine we're not stopping at LeBron and Bronny James. I'm assuming we're gonna get significantly many other people and artists and rappers and fucking movie stars and athletes and shit like that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get somebody like Taylor Swift as an operator. We already got Nicki Minaj. You know, miss me with all that Taylor Swift shit. What we really need out here is Angel Reese, alright? Shit, if you know, you know. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. Do you think it shows Activision's true colors that they instantly respond to LeBron James over their own community in COD? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.